it's going to be coming down to the players. But Ponlo, quickly, what are your thoughts on these two drafts and which side are you picking?
I think Fnatic's gonna stomp them.
Stomp, you reckon?
Yeah.
Just no doubt in your mind, you're like, I absolutely love that lineup. It's, you know, OB.Neon's lineup isn't something they're comfortable on, and so you just think Fnatic's going to stomp them. But I guess there's only one way to find out, and that is to get in the game. Good luck to both of you, and I look forward to who comes out as the winner.
Asking them to stop bullying him, and then he's there. OB.Neon's like, how can we bully you? You've got a Lion LC lane. And then Jabs is like, Yopaj, please stop bullying me. After last game.
Yeah.
A lot of friendship.
Especially has a lot of friendship, yeah, with the Neon players. He always talks to me about the Neon players, about how much he enjoyed playing in the Singapore Major with them.
Getting, top 6 at a Valve Major against some of the best teams of the world was a compliment for obviously OB.Neon, as well as, you know, individual players and stand-in at the time, Death. So I look to do some repeat of that. Wow, an early D ward. It's like, oh, it looks like the Radiant team got a ward up first, so they knew ward there, and then they're gonna deny their own ward, perhaps bait Fnatic into wasting a sentry. Would be the play here.
30 seconds to battle.
Yep, I've seen CTM place this ward like in every game, right? He always has this ward or the one behind him, on the one on the left of the Roshan on the cliff. Like he consistently always has an opt.
Yeah, you mentioned the one on the left side is more about being able to stack your ancients and protect yourself. But Nyx is not really a hero that's going to be stacking as range support.
Yep.
Go. Break out over some of these runes. Both teams sending a couple of heroes to either rune, and it looks like Jabs is going to be able to give Fnatic edge. Nothing.
Chen on the mid lane, he's like, guys, I need every ounce of help I can get. I'm gonna block my lane. I'm not coming for bounty runes. You guys, good luck.
And we have seen Yopaj. Yeah, Yopaj has overall had the better of this mid lane matchup. Obviously, last game got a solo kill at level 1 on the Zeus versus DK matchup, but even game 1, playing the Invoker in a TA, so like Yopaj mechanically has been the more sound laner.
Yep, for the first few levels for sure. After that, I feel like Chen, at least Chen he's a good mid player. He understands how to get back into the game, so he didn't have issues getting into the game. It's more like just the first few waves where he looks like he struggles a bit against. Yep.
Trading some blows early on. Again, we've got that, you know, Raven hard carry TP. He is playing into the PL, but overall, would you say this is a pretty good game to have a TP on your side?
This reward.
Yeah, I mean, PL is good against TB, but TB is good against AA because you can thunder through the Ice Plus. And I mean, at the end of the day, you have 2 saves. Like, this is definitely a game the TB can play like late game, like out carry this PL, I think.
Mid lane, a lot of harassment on Yopaj, but he's already off to a great start with 7 last hits and 4 denies onto this Lash track. Has to be careful of.
This bottom lane is not gonna be fun for Natsumi at all. LC is definitely one of the best heroes against PL in the lane.
Yeah, and that's where this last big Legion, playing against the PL and having a really good lane. AA is not a hero that's going to be able to secure this lane. Could be tricky for it. See AA, actually Natsumi rotate. Jabs gets frozen by the cold feet, so he's waiting for another second before an Impale comes up, and he's going to have it to get the kill on Natsumi. That's first blood, and they're not done. The power of this Lion LC lane being shown off here as that's Master Tier. And Jab's going to go for a feed on the tier 2 tower. He may find, okay, the courier's being micro, but yeah, he's going to deny himself. AA trying to get in range for XP, but he's too far away.
Depth is just the kind of offlane that in every team that he plays in, he kind of always asks whether he can have the last pick, because that's his strength. This is his special. To get the last pick and in a favorable matchup.
Stealer, so Fnatic are happy to kind of set him up for success.
Definitely, like teams need to learn from how these teams draft and how they leave the options open for these players to shine.
You mentioned it's a decent TB game. It sounded like it's, you know, playing PL into Leshrac as well as Legion Commander, maybe making this not the best PL game though.
Exactly. Like the strong part about the PL against the TB is that the TB doesn't really know which is a real PL. It's hard for the TB to hit the PL. But because of the LC and the Lash, like I think the PL illusions might be hard for Natsumi to have his illusions alive during the fight. So the TB is just gonna hit the real PL and like Guardy and with like some Daedalus or something, like his PL is not gonna be able to man fight the TB.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Continued aggression coming out onto Natsumi. Back at the other lanes, just looking to secure the TP's farm as best as possible. It's been a complete, constant harass battle in this mid lane as Yopaj has to go through all of these bottle charges and will be looking for a 4-minute water rune. And he's managing to win this lane. 5 last hit advantage, couple deny advantage as well, so doing well, but Juan at least getting his own. It's not really the kind of difference in CS that's going to have a big impact on this game.
Yeah, pretty interesting that none of the supports came for the runes, considering how important the water runes are for this matchup. Pretty surprised that the Nyx didn't choose to come, because I mean the DP should do pretty okay against the Abaddon, and TB don't really have any kill potential on the DP.
Yeah, I saw the Abaddon went for the enemy bounty rune, but I guess yeah, going for that rather than the water runes. Yeah, TB has no daytime, and it does feel like, you know, both teams are going to slow things down, play that kind of more farm game. Any big moves that you're kind of expecting early on? Obviously, Meteor is like an Ember, level 6, can make rotations. Is that going to be part of the game plan for OB.Neon here?
Yeah, for sure. I think the lane to move to would be top lane, because bottom lane is kind of too strong for the Ember to move.
To the
like,
impurities.
the LC is not really afraid of the Ember.
Yeah.
I think the Ember needs to move to the top lane when he's ready. Go into the TB and the Abaddon, and then use the EXO. He's gonna get the EXO at I think around 8 minutes. So the Ember can choose to stay there around that time, 8 to 9 minutes. Help the DP get the top tower. But
No point
the
in the
key,
steering chains yet. But
the key for Neon is that they don't let the Lash touch their tower, or they are doing such a thing.
got it. And he's going for the maxi field down the bottom. They go charging in. They want this Yanuel AA, and they'll get him. Damage on a Natsumi as well with the not just Orb of Venom, but full-on Orb of Corrosion. Legion Commander making their life miserable. Really precious this line.
I don't think this lane is laneable anymore. I think after this wave, this Natsumi is gonna look for something else to do. Like this looks pretty hard. Like 6 minutes, he only has 17 CS. Rough.
By the way, Jabs TP mid. This just looks like a play to secure the 6-minute rune, knowing that Yopaj is going to be looking to rotate to make sure he's in the right position.
Radiant's middle
Very smart
tower
play by
is under
Jabs.
attack.
Yeah.
Understanding that his LC is really strong enough to stand alone, using his time and resources elsewhere.
TPs aren't cheap these days. That's 100 gold.
Trent got a haste
Minutes
though.
just to secure a rune. And he's
This
rotating.
Pony is coming.
Oh, level 6 Lesh. That's definitely an AA kill. The question is, can he get more than that? TP coming in from the Nyx. AA gonna go down, and I imagine Lesh is just gonna have to run the hell out of there. Nyx perhaps not realizing right away there was a hasted Lesh. Wastes his TP to come down to this bottom lane.
And this just opens up the Abaddon to move away from top lane, because the Nyx TP bot. So now DJ can go, you know, make some stacks. He can actually double stack because of the miscoil, I think. So, or he can just stand behind the mid lane and nullify the Ember's kill threat.
Radiant are
The
scanning.
Ember is actually going top.
Yeah, that's the lane you want him to go for. He's held onto a skill point, so if he wants, he can level up the Searing Chains. But Raven recognizing that, you know, top lane not the safest place to be. Tier 1 neutral items, or just save it.
Possess Mask.
Yeah.
That thing is...
Yep. See what they get. TL gets an early Ocean Heart, Iron with free, so just some stat items. That's easy. See if the moves from OB.Neon are going to be coming out soon. That Death Prophet Exorcism does come online now, so 7 minutes in, they have that ability to perhaps start considering going for that off-lane tower where DJ is currently camped out trying to protect him. Like, actually, look here, TP's mid and set. Death Prophet going for the mid tower. Gab's committed the Impale, so he may just get chased down here. The Hex slow is not going to be enough because Yopaj shows up with the Searing Chains, and Jabs will go down with the Exorcism. They can do some good damage to this Tier 1. Meanwhile, bottom, Lesh did take a very quick Tier 1 with the level 4 Diabolic Edict, so maybe a bit of a tower trade, but the tier 1 mid, the much more important one, and Fnatic knowing this, want to defend it.
Yep, it's still a favorable trade for Fnatic, I think. Even though they lost mid tower half HP, because Neon are not gonna be able to come and touch this tower again, I think. Like, even though it's half HP, I think they are well equipped to be able to fight Fnatic. So taking the bot tower and opening up the map for the TB to farm at the bot lane soon, it's really important for them.
Response not really proportionate from the OB.Neon side. Just seeing that T1 mid down to half health, and it feels like Fnatic are just having their way, getting aggressive wards down. Sumi's going to TP out of this bottom lane, recognizing that this is having lost the tower. He can't play. Even in the jungle, he can't play. He has to go top.
That is a really bad TP, I think. Like, now this DP is so sad. What is this DP gonna do? He has no EXO, they can't force top tower.
Is under attack.
Is there any world Fnatic may just go for that tier 1 mid, the Edict.
Radiant's bottom
Now
tower
as well.
is under attack.
You know there's no
Dire's
exorcism.
top tower is under attack.
OB.Neon trying to drag
Dire's
creep waves away from this
structures are
tower is left to eat.
Fnatic's just doing everything that they're supposed to do.
Comforting rule
Knowing how
of
this
regeneration.
Lesh can play a
Dire's
tempo
top
game. And we've
tower
seen the
is
last
under
game from
attack.
OB.Neon. This time it's in the Fnatic hands, and they're doing a great job with it. Really limiting OB.Neon's options as far as playing the map.
Dire's
OB.Neon do
top
get that top
tower
tier 1
has
tower,
fallen.
so they do finally take the offlane tower, but losing mid
Radiant's
lane,
middle tower has fallen.
not an equal trade at all.
Yeah, it's pretty good that they managed to take the top tower. I personally didn't think that they were gonna be able to do it, but I was wrong. So it ended up being a very good move by the PL.
Next, straight down the bottom lane. CTM, I don't think he was ready for this move to happen so fast. The Splitter does get Carapace. CTM then gets Jewel, so he won't get a chance to use the Impale. So he goes down,
Radiant's
and
bottom tower is
Future
under
Tower
attack.
could get pressured.
Radiant structures
Another
are
glyph may be
fortified.
forced here. Stop the Edict damage to clear out some creeps, but if Fnatic
Dire's
takes this
middle
Future
tower
Tower
is
this
under
early on, they've got
attack.
another creep wave coming.
Dire's structures are fortified.
They're gonna perhaps give up this mid tier 1 tower to take bottom lane. We're gonna have to see if that's the call for
Dire's
Fnatic,
middle
because
tower
OB.Neon
is under attack.
not addressing bottom at all.
Yep, I think it's a good trade actually for Fnatic.
Radiant's
Like this bot
bottom
tower
tower
opens up
is
the
under
outpost.
attack.
Oh, but Neon looks like they're defending though.
Yeah, they realize they can't just let this one go. There's a killer's jabs. Find Omri with the mid lane. OB.Neon do manage to defend bottom, but they have to rotate a lot of heroes here. Death actually just running into 3 heroes. I think he thought it was Yopaj alone. Turns out it was the whole party.
Oh no, that was so close to being like fine. Yeah, Death definitely overestimated himself there.
It's away a kill as PL is taking over the enemy jungle to get his
Radiant's
farm, working on
middle
a fast
tower is
diffusion.
under
So,
attack.
does this feel like a game where Natsumi's going to have to fight early, or is he going to be trying to farm more for the late game?
I don't. If he doesn't fight early, I don't think there's gonna be a late game to speak of. Like he's going for the diffuser blade. I think he knows. He understands that somehow they have to win a fight. I mean, and it's completely possible if Fnatic just make one mistake with the meta, they lose one fight. Like Neon can just take Roche, they can just take towers because they have objective damage.
Dire's middle tower is under
They
attack.
can find that one fight. The setup does exist. That's why the Ember Spirit was picked for. Gives them a way to find these pickups, start some fights, and success in there as well. So
And Ryu,
they can do.
third time's the
Dire's
charm.
middle
Oh
tower is
man,
Denied.
come on, the guy break.
Yes. Strategically, the tower is still down, but gold-wise, you know, OB.Neon
Radiant
can
are scanning.
really use whatever they can find right now.
Use gold given.
Tasty haste, yummy haste rune for the Ember bot. It's gonna be quite important for the next fight.
Gone back for that Orb of Corrosion itself, so up some of that early game damage and be able to burst down heroes like the Let track a bit better. OB.Neon prioritizing some of these support levels. AA still not level 6, so gonna bottom. They're not. Do you think either of these teams looking to make a move? We see
Dire
Fnatic
are
going for a
scanning.
smoke here. They scan out OB.Neon too. OB.Neon themselves are smoked up. Both teams feeling like this is the time. Get the bait and OB.Neon. They find the jump. They find some of these supports here. They get jabs, but he gets shielded up right away. things settle down. Both teams backing off.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I believe we're having some stream issues, maybe? Here. Alright, well, we will be coming back in. I don't know if you guys on the stream can hear me, but game feed coming back in soon. Alright, well, you guys can hear it. Oh no, what's going on? This is welcome to you're getting the full caster experience. You get to do a radio cast now where you tell people what's going on without them seeing the game.
Alright,
So
alright guys, visualize with me, alright?
Yeah.
Visualize with me, okay? Like, okay, look at your map, guys. Ember's farming bottom, pushing it out. FLC is running away. So now on the AA, he's standing mid lane with Andrew. They're pushing out the mid wave. Chen is pushing out the mid wave for Fnatic as well. And everyone's just farming, honestly. Nothing's happening. Don't worry, you guys are not missing anything.
It's funny because it's been the theme of a lot of these games where so much is at stake with TI quality.
Me is also because $40 million is on the line. And at least we see some improvement in players like generally, right?
Just a reminder, guys, we will be working to get up the game feed for you momentarily. As the game stands, not a whole lot of action. Both teams just trying to, you know, farm up for some of their item timings. Fnatic do have a small gold lead. They are going to be going for one play down the bottom lane. Death on the Legion. He's often been on the receiving end of some of these games. He's going to get down by Nixon, but they missed the Impale.
They popped the Exo.
Radiant's middle tower
A lot
is
being
under
committed
attack.
there, and no kill for OB.Neon. They're going to try to take this bottom tier 1 tower
Dire's
while they
bottom
can.
tower is under attack.
Right now, visualize
Dire's
3-4
structures are
OB.Neon heroes pushing the bottom tier 1. Fnatic have Death there, throwing out the overwhelming odds to try and delay it. We'll have to see if they go for the defenses. We do come back in. You guys can see for yourself exactly where things are at. That's the exorcism down. That's a big ultimate being committed. No kill and no tower.
Natsumi actually went back for a hood on the
scanning.
PL after the diffuser, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's against a Lash. It's really common. I really think like Neon need to like speed up this game. The moment their Axo is up, they need to make a smoke. Fnatic though.
Okay, they're the ones making a smoke because they know there's no exorcism. Roton in, jabs the Flint Dagger, so he gets the Hex into the Impale with a finger. Can they blow up Yobach here? The Ice Blast is going to be flying on in from the Radiant side, but Ember goes down with the Split Earth Chain Stun, and now they get a Jewel at. That's on Ryu, on the Death Prophet, and he's got no backup whatsoever. That's going to be an extra +1 kill. Fnatic find 2 core heroes.
So clean. Raven is already pushing the bot lane before the move can happen. Now they get a kill. 2 kills, 2 core kills into a tier 2 tower bot. That's like the best thing that could have happened for Fnatic.
This will come out to deal with some creeps here, but it looks like Fnatic are just going to tank the tower damage with the Edict and Metamorphosis. That's a tier 2 tower which can lead to an outpost. This game could slip away quickly from OB.Neon if they're not careful.
Yep, but right now what needs to happen on the map is the TB probably when his meta is down, he's gonna play around the bot side of the map and keep sending illusions to farm the bottom side. Because Fnatic, what they want to do is stay the top side of the map and threaten the Rosh.
TM's Nyx does a great job scouting out a couple of heroes behind that tier 2 tower in the Vendetta. He's going to back off. He's going to be careful. Fnatic have been... It feels like they've been really on top of the Sentry Ward game. I think this is what, the second or third game they play against this Nyx? They're always littering the map with Sentry.
This will do nice.
The Fnatic supports, like, even throughout yesterday and today's games, like I feel like so distinct. They are smart. Their sentries and their ops. Everything is done with so much intent.
How tough is this game going to be for the PL, do you feel? Like, he's farming and only a little bit behind the TB, but his teammates are not really keeping up as well as he is. Is this a game you can see PL kind of solo carrying if it goes long enough?
I feel like as long as Death saves his overwhelming odds for the PL, the fights, I don't think the PL is gonna be able to do that much. Because the illusions just all die too quickly. And like in the late game, right? Like when Lion has level 25, he has AoE hacks. So I mean, I thought we're gonna get to that point.
Yeah, just how late this game goes. Fnatic with an early lead are perhaps going to be looking to take some of those objectives like Roshan themselves. Perhaps their next rotations or Jinx, for example. Most of their key early game items, it feels like, on the Fnatic 4 heroes. So OB.Neon have to say about that, because right now PL's just been camping out this top jungle. Do you think he needs to be making a move or joining up with his team sometime soon?
I think he's looking to finish the Manta before he fights, because it's quite a huge power spike for him. And it also gives him another source of illusions, right? Like if the LC uses overwhelming odds on all his illusions, then he has a Manta to suddenly make more illusions. So I think they're gonna wait for the Manta before they really try to make a big fight happen.
Fnatic spoke up, rotate toward the Roshan pit. CTM doing such a good job. He just scouted like that entire move. He first saw them in the bottom Radiant jungle, and he followed the smoke, and he managed to top it. Doesn't get caught by the dust. Basically keeps his entire team alive from this.
Radiant are scanning.
Yep. His support players are... The edge over other players is that they're really intelligent about the game, and we can see these are the evidence.
PL going on in, looking to burn the Abaddon Commander. There's the overwhelming odds, and the PL gets caught by the Blink Jewel. He was not ready for the Blink Dagger. The fresh pickup catches him by surprise. He's got no buyback. We're looking for the Exorcism to try and punish this one. Death is on the run. He's got an Abaddon to kind of help him out there with the shields and the heals. There's a Yule sent into a splitter stun on Ryu. Needs to try and take his way through this one. I don't think he's going to be able to do so. That's 2 dead. Fnatic with the Raven Metamorph as well, looking to just keep OB.Neon away. They've killed 4 now with the supports.
Has been killed.
Falling as well. That could easily set up a Roshan as they just walk on in. PL just got the lead of the overwhelming odds, and the Blink Jewel just annihilated him.
Yep. Even though there's a low, in general, there's a low probability of an LC catching out a PL per duel, because the PL is just generally quite evasive. But the moment you get something like that, and I can't even entirely blame Natsumi, right? I don't think it's like, it's just...
Yeah.
Just something that sometimes it just happens, and it's the kind of game that it loses you the game when something like that happens.
Yeah, this feels like OB.Neon well and truly on the back foot. Both game 1 and game 2, it felt like, you know, the first 30 minutes or so was neck and neck, neither team pulling away. But right now, Fnatic, not just with like this ages advantage, but just feels like all their timings and the way their draft matches up against OB.Neon. It doesn't feel like there is any easy answers for Neon here.
Yep, and this is like, this goes back to the thing I was talking about in the draft, where Neon's draft is lopsided, you know, like some of their heroes want to play fast, the other wants to play slow. The DP and the Ember, look, they have a total of 3 kills. This is Neon Esports. 20 minutes, 3 kills is not their MO, you know. It's not their strongest strategy.
It's definitely been something we've seen this whole series. Even game 1 and 2, where they kind of played fast. Like they had these heroes that were looking to fight and take objectives, but even those games they were getting very few kills compared to their normal past games. So definitely maybe something Fnatic game plan for and knew how to kind of address. Oh, jab, Blink, Hero, and Pale. Ice Blast not going to do anything at all, as the Blink Jewel was there to secure some bonus damage. And has the Ag Shard now as well.
Yep, I'm not really sure what Neon can do at this point. Like, they really had to snowball off the lanes, especially their Ember on mid somehow with a power rune and like make 6 rotations. But you can see like 20 minutes, he'll punch, his score is 1-1-1. Like, it's not really his fault. It's more like Fnatic are not messing up. They're not giving free kills to this Ember to snowball. Like, they haven't even used the Ice Blast to get like any kills at it. Times are rough for Neon.
OB.Neon MO and Fnatic knowing it just as well as everyone has game planned and basically shut down any openings for OB.Neon in basically all 3 of these games to snowball off of a bunch of kills. They forced them to play these late game scenarios. In this game, Fnatic just trusting so hard that they are in a position to go high ground. They lose less. That's a very easy quick ages. Ice Blast there on the respawn. Have they got the damage to kill Schwan? He gets helped out by the press the attack. I think he was expecting maybe Death to bail him out on the first life, but...
Yeah, that's definitely messed up his position there. Got double stunned by the Nyx.
Defend their high ground and force Fnatic to back off. Kind of waste their Aegis in some ways. I mean, it doesn't really change the state of the game too much. It just means Fnatic are going to have to go back and slow things down, but they blink. Yeah, I say slow things down. They've got other ideas in mind. On Ryu gets bursted and blown up. Blinking it, maybe in some trouble here. Death has the press the attack in a couple of seconds, and the saves all over the place. The shields, the press the attack, they've just got all the answers to any aggression coming out from OB.Neon, who's still stuck on that 3-kill mark. As they blink in again, Death goes in with the self-press the attack. Didn't have a duel, but it doesn't matter. They just take out the Nyx. As Death forced to fight back, Fnatic just having their way.
Raven also has a Talisman of Evasion. On that component first against the PL, which is pretty smart.
One charges in, career is split up into an impale. And they bring down on Ryu. That's going to be a dieback if he can't keep himself alive. They almost lose jabs here. Manages to just get back to safety with the Glimmer Cape. One getting low, yep.
This saves.
Saves.
จังไหนนี่ไหวบ่นี่
What do you,
Man.
that's with an Ice Blast. It still doesn't matter.
Japs not fighting against the Zeus, survives on 10% HP all the time every game. Interwyvern, Lion, ban the Zeus.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, but they did. That was the game, well, at least the game plan at the end of the draft. They could have picked Zeus instead of PL. It was one of those things I remember in the draft thinking, okay, if they want to get Zeus again against TB, they have to pick it now. There's no way where Fnatic are going to give them a last pick. Instead, they felt like PL was going to be the answer, but so far, it's not working.
Like they picked the Zeus, the PL because they wanted to save their DP flex pick, right? They didn't want to show their mid lane. The last pick are Ember. If they pick a Zeus there, that means they are showing the DP as a plus 3. So
yeah,
maybe they just value the other flex picks on mid and the off lane.
Going for some warding.
Live to see.
Fnatic.
อ้าว
Series has really delivered some fantastic Dota and made the right plays, but draft-wise, strategy-wise, things not clicking here. Fnatic find themselves in a position where with complete map control, good vision as well, they are ready to take another fight fairly soon, I imagine, as soon as Metamorphosis is back up. They've got a Butterfly as well on Raven, and it does really feel like he is this unkillable boss now in this upcoming fight.
Yep, they have absolutely no way to deal with him right now with the BKB. Only the Ice Blast. But, I mean, if the TB is full HP and hit him with Ice Blast, you're like, there's nothing to be done.
You mentioned, of course, you can Sunder through it. You've got to press the attack to save him if he gets, you know, stunned or gone on. I mean, there is only the one stun anyways with the Nyx and Tail.
Yep, I think right now the game is pretty simple for Fnatic. We want to choke out the map and we want to take the Rosh. Cut all the 3 lanes. Take the Rosh because Neon can't fight. Get the Aegis on the TB, hit high ground.
We're also maybe going to find some pickoffs along the way. Stopping any kind of shenanigans. They know OB.Neon's going to be looking to avoid any team fight outside of their base, so any pickoffs you can get when you have a Legion commander feel great because he's up to 80 bonus damage. Usually dual damage is not a big part of Legion commander does in competitive Dota, but when you get enough of it, it can make a difference.
Yep, the Lion as well. The Lion has 5 finger kills. I'm not that good at math. Can you do the math? 40 damage per kill, 725 base.
Cover over it. Don't worry, I didn't do the math. It tells you.
Oh really?
The tooltip. Here we go. High ground we go. Without a Nyx, they feel like they can just reach, and looks like they are more than right here with this TB Metamorphosis. The press the attack from Death. Death is just positioning behind the TB. And this is going to be a free melee Rex. It looks like Ice Blast is going to land. Raven may be forced back here. He's got the Sunder though if he wants to turn and look for a target. He may just leave Schwan to try and go for the Rax with the Edict here. And it looks like he is going to just run on in. No answer coming as
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Fnatic get themselves a free melee Rax. They just need to get out here. Schwan gets press the attack once again. Looking for a Carapace is the Nyx, but The Impale doesn't land here. Charging forward is Yopaj. He's got BKB on the Ember screen. He's trying to do enough damage, but who's he even going to be able to go for here? The Exorcism coming in. Dead in some trouble. That's the save. If they can get Dead to be huge, he gets the press. The attack up on himself. He's going to turn. He can fight. Doesn't get a duel. He actually dies way too fast. Swan in trouble as well. The Leshrac dead. And OB.Neon holding their high ground. The PL with all the illusions, trying to juke and jive. Doesn't have to worry about the Leshrac anymore. They're actually not just holding, but getting kills here. TB does get away, but they get 3 kills and keep themselves alive. OB.Neon with a sign of life.
Yeah, the meta ran out and TB had to run away from the fight. I was really surprised that Fnatic just decided to go for the mid-Rex like that without taking the Roche first, but I can respect it because Neon's lineup doesn't really do the Roche quickly, so even if, let's say you commit your meta and BKB for the mid-Rex, right, and you get out, you're not that afraid that Neon are just gonna walk into Roche and take it. So I can respect that Fnatic took the initiative to go for the mid-Rex because they understood their timing. They have this butterfly against PL. Before the PL gets MKB, like this PL doesn't really do anything to the TB.
And they probably feel like, you know, between TB having BKB as well as the Shard on Legion, they have so much, and the Abaddon, they have all this save and all this defensive.
Yep.
Which for the most part was true.
Radiant are scanning.
A team that wanted to play it safe would have just waited for the Roche. But I like it. I like that they went for the mid-Rex, even though it didn't end perfectly.
Wasn't a disaster, that's for sure. They got the melee racks. They do lose a couple, including 2 of their cores, but TB not one of those heroes are down. So definitely helps out OB.Neon a lot. Just the getting the experience. Some of these heroes like the PL about to level 20, Ember level 20 as well. So Yopaj picking up an Aghanim Scepter in gold. So nice item pickups in key levels. The OB.Neon side may set them up to potentially contest Roshan, which is just respawning, and I think AA, yeah, his Ice Vortex should scout this out, so you know that this Roche is up now.
This is the second Roche with the cheese and the shard. OB.Neon, if they let this go, they...
SEA Dota thinks, nothing out of the ordinary. Is this Nyx Axe gonna change the game too much, do you feel? CTM's about halfway there.
To my house.
I think it's not fundamentally gonna change the fight, but something good could happen from it, you know? Like if he manages to stun the LC and the Abaddon at a very awkward timing where the TB doesn't press BKB because the TB is expecting the save, and then he just gets bursted down or something like that, that's where it could make a difference. But fundamentally, I feel like if Fnatic is ready for it, I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference.
Plus, scouts out the Roshan pit, sees nothing's up. It's Fnatic who is smoked around this top lane, looking for an initiation. Ember. Trees has to be careful here. Death may have his smoke get popped if he walks too close. It looks like Fnatic gonna back off and maybe go for Roche instead. Ice Blast will be back for 15, but there is a small window where they don't have to worry about it. It looks like Fnatic are just gonna... Oh, they kill Roche so fast.
This is gonna be Aegis on the Leshrac and Cheese on TB, I imagine.
Shard on
Immortality.
Oh! Yo, Butch! Oh, you almost stole the cheese.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, he opened up the item slots to go for that play.
Yep.
Any item he would have just got there could be nice for him.
Yep, so the Leshrac has Aegis and has Aghanim Shard on the Roche and the Terrorblade, the cheese. I imagine Fnatic is just gonna walk bottom now. Second lane of reps.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
I mean, how hard do OB.Neon need to defend? At some point, do they just say, let's just delay them and give up a Rax, or do they need to do whatever they can to initiate and take a fight, do you feel?
I mean, the PL has heart in 100 gold, so that's the only thing they're waiting on, I think. There's nothing else that they're waiting on, so if you're gonna give up the Rex, Fnatic's just gonna go for the next one as well, so might as well defend the bot Rex and try it.
Radiant's middle
The only
barracks
item
are under
progression that
attack.
Neon has on all of their heroes right now, the Nyx Assassin, you could have Aga in 1.1k gold, but that's like... he's like trying to...
Say it, but wait and find out what the plan is going to be. Here come Fnatic, looking to put the nail in the coffin for OB.Neon. Their hopes of staying in the winner bracket. This is not elimination. This is definitely the place you want to be as far as making it a TI. You're going to feel a whole lot more comfortable in the upper bracket as Shrine is trying to see high ground. He's just taking constant chip damage to slide a fist spam.
There's a bounty rune scam. Take the bounty rune. It's 33 minutes.
Ooh.
Oh no, don't show top. He needs 300 gold.
He's doing what he can. He's hitting creeps. He's like, forget bounty runes. I want creeps.
Radiant's
100 gold away now. He's
barracks
going to get there. Yep, Swan goes to the high ground again with another edict. They pump the glyph. They're still buying time. The Nyx is going to have it. He's going to be TPing back momentarily to get that Ag Scepter for the high ground defense. They've got no more glyph now to play around. It's now or never going to defend this Quantum Rax. Tier 3 tower going to go down, and now the next focus is going to be this melee barracks. Swan's edict coming back up in a couple of seconds, and it looks like OB.Neon not really finding the way to start this fight off. They blink him with jabs. He gets instantly stunned up though. He's going to be careful, but they're going to go in on the death prophet. He doesn't even get a chance to exit. And Emmanuel in the backline gets taken out by the BKB Legion commander as well. They've lost 2 and the Rax. It's like too little too late. OB.Neon tried to delay for as long as they could to get Nyx Ags, but in the end, it changed absolutely nothing.
Yep. Maybe he should have sold the boots.
And having this BKB on Legion, it just meant Death could just blink in and jewel and just get an insta-free kill.
Yep, the only thing that deals with the BKB, like at this point, this EXO is just, because there's no sort of like minus armor or anything, this EXO is not that scary and this DP dies so easily. So as long as the DP EXO is not doing much, because you have so many spells to clear the PL illusions, only real thing that your BKBs are just so strong, right? Like every game, the value of BKBs and the value of these items change based on the heroes. And in this game, this triple BKB on Fnatic is just too strong. In this 7 or 8 seconds, it's impossible for Neon to fight.
See, perhaps the last round this top lane, CTM is set up with the Ag Scepter, and they can delay this. They've only got a minute left on this Aegis, so I imagine the discussion is around the, what exact second will this Aegis be expiring? Can we find a play, some kind of miracle play to kill this TB? Oh, sorry, Aegis, there is no more Aegis. Oh, sorry, the Aegis not on the TB, on the Leshrac. So kill this Leshrac as the Aegis expires.
Pretty surprised that they are not just like going to the tower right now while they have Aegis. I think the Aegis is expiring in like 50 seconds.
BKB was 5 delivered, so Lesh just gets a BKB delivery. But yeah, time has kind of run out. Death is looking for another Blink Jewel initiation on the high ground, perhaps. Do they have any way to get Vision? DJ drops a ward instantly, they Blink Jewel. BKB popped as well. Nyx is out. Yeah, he's pretty tanky. He is still going to go down. They still got the damage. Omryu with the BKB X's and trying to scare off Fnatic. Not the target I think Fnatic were looking for, so they're going to be pushed back. Omryu, he chased too far. His BKB wore off. He's melting. He has to defend the yield, but Schwann's there with the splitter, waiting for him. Ember goes in with the remnants. Not enough damage coming in. The Death Prophet dead without buyback. PL being forced to just doppelganger away. Full-on retreat. OB.Neon. Heal gets caught with the Yule Scepter. The Aegis does expire, but I'm not sure it's going to matter too much. Raven on the high ground with the cheese, getting low, but has the impressive attack to back him up. He's going to just take out the tier 3 tower. Now gets to work on the Rax. Is there anything to defend the melee Rax? Does not look like it.
Radiant's top barracks.
OB.Neon
Radiant's top barracks.
going to be facing mega creeps and not sure
Radiant's bottom barracks are
they
under
have a
attack.
whole lot else to throw at Fnatic to turn this game around.
Radiant's bottom
Yep, the Nyx is looking for sort of an angle, but it's just so hard. They have 2 saves.
Get a lion kill. That's a support though. Now, Fnatic 1 and 2, they could have maybe tried to save him with the Abaddon and the Legion press the attack, but they know the position they're in, which is we just got mega creeps, and if we want, we can wait another, what, 3 minutes for Roshan or however long it takes, and just go for Rosh number 3.
Can't pick this high ground ward though. Like they're posturing.
Ward as well, but here come OB.Neon. I think they know now's the time to take a fight. Yokai just goes jumping in with Fire Remnant. They look for a Blink Jewel, but actually Death's going to get even out from the side of this, so Yokai's in trouble. He goes down with buyback. Does he throw it out right away? Xuan in some trouble on the left track here. Has the BKB to try and get himself out. Spider legs over the hill. Get back to safety, but the chase is still
Radiant's
on.
middle tower is
Ember
under
holding
attack.
the buyback. Doesn't want to throw too much into this as they're already in such a dire position that I feel like they just have to cut their losses.
Yeah, Def managing to find the duel onto the Ember even after the slide. I'm not sure, maybe Yopaj didn't have any spirits anymore. But if he had spirits, that was definitely a slight misplay by him.
Use most of them aggressively to try to do as much damage as possible.
Everyone's kind of desperate when you're down like this.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
That really sums up this game right now, is just desperation. There's just so little OB.Neon have as far as options go. And Fnatic, they could wait for that rush, but they also say, well, I think we're good to go. We got Metamorphosis back up. We've got Electric with Edict, and Ember's dead. He may be forced to buy back here as Tier 4 tower is melting quickly. Ember gonna buy back. We'll see what Fnatic do. Do they stick around?
I think they should back.
Oh, Josh has other ideas. He sets things up, goes in with the Hex on the Nyx. The Jewel is there with the BKB, and that's a dead Nyx assassin. Does have buyback. Team on the backline, they've lost Lion down to his focus, and DJ's going to be a little bit careful. Has got the borrowed time still, but he's going to kind of rely on this second life here as the Exorcism gets negated with the death of the Death Prophet. TV just looking mighty uncounted here on the front lines. Press the attack to help bail him out a little bit.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
OB.Neon
Radiant's
feeling like
ancient
there's just
is
not
under
a whole lot
attack.
they can do anymore.
Dude, Raven is 11, 0, and 10. This guy. Last game he died like what, once?
Radiant's ancient
This
is
game he had
under
0
attack.
deaths. EVs.
I think game 1 he had 0 deaths as well.
Yeah, guys, just ban it, I think. This TV.
Just ban it. Simple. Come on, OB.Neon. No. It's so tough. Yeah, the position they're in now is, you know, pick your poison. They thought they maybe had an answer to the PL, but Fnatic have just put themselves in an almost unlosable situation. They charge him with the lens. The press, the attack save is there. No BKB. Let's just be a little bit careful for 5 more seconds. They've got the Jewel once again. Death up to plus 220 damage. Are you kidding me? This guy playing the carry Legion in the off lane. TTM and the Nyx is sitting there around the entire enemy team. I imagine they can deal with this Nyx. Maybe not. He's gonna zone him away. They lost the Ember, who doesn't have buyback.
I think they just have no detection or something. Yeah, they have no
Okay, I was
detection.
I think the Lion had the gem and died. So that, yeah, the Lion died with gem, and as a result, yeah, Nyx, I think, yeah, he stole. Oh, he has a gem. I don't know where the second one is anymore.
That was pretty funny. All of them were surrounding him like, guys, where is he?
Upload from CTM, recognizing that nobody had detection. He could just stand in the middle of 5 heroes.
Fnatic gonna wait for the Roche. Let's just go ahead. Oh, the Roche is actually up.
Roche is up, yeah. It's like they don't even have to wait. That's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, they'll wait for Roche, but oh wait. No wait needed. Kind of. No, maybe if they're not going for Roche, that's really says something about how confident they are they've won this game.
Radiant's ancient is
Or
under
they just want to go while Ember's dead. If they go for Roche, they may give time for Ember's respawn.
No, I think Ember Link is more important than the Roche.
Leshrac running in the TP with Metamorphosis. If they want, they can just focus the buildings. They get the Blink Fuel. Unryu gets deleted. Next in line is going to be the Nyx, and they've got nothing to defend the base. OB.Neon tap out, and Fnatic, another 3-game win. We saw it yesterday. We see it again today.